Hey guys, just want to do a little review about this machine here we got. It's the Takeuchi TL8R2 or 8R2, whatever you want to call it. We got this machine brand new, and I'll just tell you this: I've ran Kubota, I've ran Bobcat, Cat, Deere, New Holland, and man, this one has by far been the worst one. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with some pros that I found with it to do all this slope work that I've been doing here. First off, it's really good at pushing on level ground. So if you have a big load, you can, if you're going straight, you can push quite a bit of material. Not only that, but this bucket made by Blue Diamond, it cuts really well. The sensitivity when you're angling, trying to go up or down, depending on your slope, it's really good at grabbing in, and when you push into the dirt, it actually stays true to your level and doesn't pop up or go down. That part is great, but for the most part, you'll only have that when you're going downhill or on level ground. If you're ever trying to push dirt up at all, oh my gosh, this thing is just really not cut out. Another pro that I really do like about this machine, the inside of the cab is really nice. There's, like I said, a radio. The joystick's controls are nice and sensitive. I do notice that it is really powerful when you're turning left or right, but if you're ever on that in between, going left and right, between going straight forward, it's really weak. And I mean, just really underpowered. There's a bunch of other things too that are just nice about here and there. The air suspension, like I said, this machine's brand new, has like 10 hours on it. And now for the bad stuff. So man, first off, the visibility is poor. You really, if you're tracking in material, you got to raise your arms up just to see whatever you're doing, and you can't actually see the front of the tracks while you're in the cab, so you kind of have to lean forward to see where you're actually tracking in. And not only that, but really it's just the tracks are so close together on the machine that it makes it really bobbly. I mean, you could be on the slightest little rock, or like I said, on these slopes right here, and my goodness, it feels like you're about to fall off the face of the earth when you're inside that thing. That makes it so awful for doing slope work or working around any type of, just any small bump really messes up what you got going. I'm trying to think something else here. It's pretty decent on fuel. I can't complain on that. But other than that, it's just, some of these electronics and stuff, just, not saying that a bad operator would do this, but, sometimes dirt gets dumped back here. You think these would be a little bit more protected. Sometimes dirt gets back in here and can get in between the hoses and the fittings and stuff like that. All this stuff back here, when you're pushing a big load and it overflows over your bucket, rocks and dirt, just kind of how it is right now, can get in here, and it can get in between your joints and where your hoses are at, and just another pinch point for it to pop off and spew. Again, like I said, this thing's brand new, and there's just some items that just don't look quite all that good, and man, really the lifting power on this is just not great. I don't know if it's just these small hydraulics or what, but it's basically, it's very slow to lift up your bucket and then very slow to dump your bucket. And when you're working, going at it, having a quick hydraulics to get those simple functions done quickly are essential. Some other pros that I did like about it, you have these really nice grab rails whenever you're getting in the actual machine. It's a little cramped, but once you're in, everything seems to be at your fingertips for the controls. I will say, the way this arm bar sits, it puts your hand basically right sort of where you can't get a good grip on the hammer. You're kind of a little higher. I know you can adjust the seats and everything, but I'm kind of heavy, so I want to make sure I have that suspension whenever I'm going up and down. The float function, you press your joystick all the way forward and hold your button here. It does pretty well with that. Of course, your idle and everything else that you have on here, but it's pretty soundproof once you get in. But again, I like just the little quick releases where you can just go up and down instead of just going over your head stuff. Whether you got a helmet on, jackets, you know, bulky cold weather, stuff like that. But I mean, you can just see, like, you know, dirt gets all in here, and this plastic zip ties and stuff just don't stand a chance in the long run. I don't even want to imagine what this thing's going to look like in about a year or so after the rental company's seen it. But you know, we got this and I was super excited to use it. And for big construction job sites where you have to get in close quarters, you know, sure, I'm sure it's fine, just because it has such good clearance on each side. But man, anything other than that, it's too narrow. You really need a nice set of wide tracks to be stable. Yeah, just like I said, it's a nice machine. It's new, it's nice on the inside and everything, but it's just severely underpowered in my opinion. But anyways, thanks for watching.